game on Tuesday was balanced. Getting the rotations with the anchor. Back-to-back games scoring 9. Reminder, she's the first player in a triple-double against the Chicago because she's about to go to work. Of the previous game on Tuesday is DeWanna against Natasha Howard, and much like Tuesday, Atlanta off. Back to Natasha Howard, 3 on the shot clock. Through the net early for Rye.
Angel, it's coming. She starts this one off.
Brittany Griner will line it up.
But Natasha Howard,
something that Steph White said in her post-game with Atlanta. Ryan again.
On that offensive foul, and they allowed Brittany.
A lot of those get it off. That'll be a turnover for. Well, that topped on Springy. Tough as they get. Floor with Tahina Pow as well.
Something they're working on and trying to fix.
The WNBA all-time scoring list. Sending it back out to Pow
and getting those easy threes.
Going to the.
Working hard in these first few games
in the big moments.
Points in her scores. Fever because they need Aaliyah Boston in there to back.
Tapping it out top. Right.
Brace on. I mean, reality in this game is reminiscent of.
Another second chance opportunity for a bounce pass to Maya Caldwell.
I could say over and over and over. Not just a court design, though, that we're seeing here in today's game. And so showing demanded that attention. It is bold. It is.
See the court and see the excitement around this
girls club, and I just love the received well on social media.
7 points for Atlanta. The defense was holding Fever. Game that she injured in Phoenix as well. So going right at Tahina Pow. That's her MO as Bree Jones
in this game from 3, but she can knock it down. This Fever team.
Lexi with
stall offensively. Jones, because when you're a post player and for your post players to catch.
And so that's one thing, just understanding when
done very well as far as her mentality. Expected to be faster paced, tougher.
Corner. Sophie Cunningham comes. Indiana just 1 for free throw line. Connects on a lot of minutes, but in the previous game, on the way. Bree Jones did it last game. First quarter, and it over. Cunningham. This matchup, it always brings out the
game, and some people might read into the chippiness
mark.
But it's out on her as well. But I think it's effective.
1 possession game, just down at 3. Has struggled from the floor. This again hits the mark. So we are all tied. That Steph White, whatever she said, they have armed. 7 points for Atlanta as the elite. Indiana gets the ball back. They can extend. Dantas from the. She has 5 seconds to work with. 10 on the shot clock for Atlanta is short, and Sophie Cunningham.
Anything off.
Kelsey mid
game down 8 to Atlanta.
For this moment, and when I asked him, I wanted to hear what they had to say, and right away.
And it's been because of bring a different dynamic to this team
in the free agency in the offseason. And his bench has 11 points. There's a huge impact for Indiana. Kelsey Mitchell, long. They're looking to create some space, and
you get impatient when you have an
Kelsey Mitchell mentioned about the adjustments. Take her off the block, but DeWanna
can too. That's something they both worked on in the offseason.
Of Atlanta's 19 points. Both teams, it's different to see Caitlin Clark, who's on.
In the first quarter, we didn't hear a lot of whistles.
Dead ball. Boss it to Bree Jones, lines it up.
Unstoppable.
Second, and then Indiana comes back. That was something that Caitlin Clark mentioned in the last with one another. The dump pass on the end finds DB on the block. Just the first turn, pulls up baseline, good to go. Caitlin giving a little smile after dropping that. See Mitchell going at Pow.
Yes, and have been the aggressors.
Their lulls on both sides, but that they made on the defensive end, especially
about just the mentality and mindset that those.
For the Fever, Bree Jones. Conversation with
Alicia Gray for Atlanta with 3 fouls.
Season with back-to-back double-double.
Left side.
Natasha Howard to the Indiana Fever. We've seen from the bench. For Atlanta.
The shot clock as Howard slips through and scores. The other team scores back-to-back.
Easy dish on the inside. Started this game 1 for Pow. Here comes the Jets. Buckets for Indiana. Naz Hillmans
with Natasha Howard. Left right now on how to hold the screen.
And Clark, Aaliyah Boston with 3. After Howard pulls up, triple. Team, I got to create ways to get Caitlin Clark.
But credit Atlanta's defense.
Tahina Pow will have to send it from with the 3 fouls as Natasha Howard.
Depth that this Indiana team and Atlanta.
Managed for bench points, 15
to 6 points in that first half. The second half a little bit.
Big news here as Caitlin Clark.
We should call the game there, have a tough job. And
you ask for pace and slow first quarter. Second chance outing Atlanta by 3.
And they're leading the scoring for the Fever.
So far for Natasha Howard in the
straight up, but she slightly came down and that
hole. In game, Atlanta trying to find their way. Natasha Howard, Pow from the corner. Get a little 2-man game with hesitancy.
None.
With Tahina Pow. Saw it in her stint with Sophie Cunningham.
Teammate's head, and that's the kind of deep
season ago. Atlanta actually with the word behind the back. Dumping it up the floor, Tahina Pow again.
So says Tahina is not afraid the moment to South Carolina, so there's familiar. Jordan Canada saying she's been walking her throughout.
It's been by committee as Kelsey.
I couldn't believe that she went in the sex.
Also for Atlanta, looking to image and 10th and 3s made.
Rooted BG and Brianna.
Take a seat.
She has a knack around the rim, ends of the court. Stationary, and in the moment, it might seem like you're
just allowing the Sophie Cunningham outside. Numbers finds Mitchell. Right off the bounce is able to. Indiana with hole in the
house, and she's known for her shot blocking ability.
Yeah, lines it up. But who would have thought Atlanta with 5? Who had that on the bingo card?
For Atlanta.
Backdoor more
down there. They got to get her a little bit more on.
Another offense. At DB got the angle
when you go to the rim, Howard. So I like that she's made this
3 fouls on Dewana Bonner. Clark found a
leap.
Caldwell dish underneath and knocks Hill. 10 seconds left. Sid Colson finding G on the bench right now is 5
at the halftime. They are sitting at 11. So that's exactly what they have to do. They've got to put. Howard wants these things to try to win this game.
Right. Dewana Bonner, quarter 3.
And had 0 last game. This is
finding Nia Coffey. The Clark finding a way to
should be, but Howard, she's staying in this game for her team.
15 double-doubles, 3 triple-doubles. Biggest lead for Atlanta. Pressure, no one slides over to guard. Gray had all the time she needed.
Defender in the dust.
Taking on the committee, pull up.
Cuts, it is there, and if it's not there.
That's why I'm up here.
Third.
Middle of that third quarter, when she got herself.
Ryan Howard, too strong.
How did he know how to pick sides?
I don't know. The touch going at Natasha Howard. Gets the back 3. Ryan Howard has been more aggressive, and Howard was able to. Kelsey Mitchell. Gray pulls up. Start the season, they dropped that one. Close game. It actually came down to see again another tight game, and Atlanta own miss. Fakes it outside.
Being intentional about 5-on-4, 5-on-3. You've got
3 attempts. And he gets Kelsey, lines it up.
Aimed with her shots. She remembers that sweep from last season.
Howard coming back, trying to get the foul. Games for Ryan Howard, sitting at 20. Natasha Howard battle make this a 1-point game. Ryan Howard trying to find something against Hull. 10 seconds on the shot clock.
Just a little bit.
It's okay.
I was looking at the box because that Georgia Tech math.
There it is. Yellow 0 for 4 from outside.
And last year we had more seats.
Gray. Nia Coffey.
Still 0 for 5 from 3 in this game. And who has fouls on the floor?
Full figures for Atlanta.
But
has been flipped. Denied by Nia Coffey. In the hands of Natasha Howard. Flips to Coffey. Left alone. High arcing. Atlanta, Caitlin Clark, and Lexi Hall. Kelsey lines it up. Oh. Her first 3. And Howard. As Caitlin Clark. Aaliyah Boston with 4. Can tie it up. Finds Aaliyah Boston, who gets what they elect to do is she was disappointed in the Tahina Pow all the way up the floor. Atlanta led by 9. It's been a fun one. We'll see you next time.